natural reduction. We can't just walk in and tell somebody, well, sorry, we're going to take half your salary away from you because we've been told to.
You pay 242,000, you can.
No, legally you can't.
Well, you should.
And it's a legal problem in employment law.
Okay,
sure
I don't dispute at all a lot of what you're saying, but some of the work, all the work that's being done in the CRC is fantastic, and I think there's no dispute about that whatsoever.
Thank you.
What I'm trying to, and I congratulate you and the board and everything that you've done on that, what I'm trying to establish is how you can justify paying a top-up for Mr. Kiley's salary out of funds which were gathered by the friends and supporters of the Central Remedial Clinic.
Mr. Ross.
Now, I want Mr. Nugent to answer this, please.
Sorry. Yeah, surely. No problem, Deputy. First of all, I think it's about time we stopped playing around with words like top-up. If a person has an employment contract, and leave aside the amount of money, it can be 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. It's an employment contract. That individual has a legal right. They can go to the courts and sue on it if you decide to change it without their agreement.
So what do the contracts say?
That you're employed on a particular salary.
About the top-ups. Who negotiated this contract with Mr. Kiley?
Mr. Kiley was 25 years Chief Executive of the... I wasn't around at the time the contract started.
But what's in the contract? Can you tell us? Does it give the board entitlement to give him a top-up, an extra amount, or a bonus, or whatever you want to call it, which is more than his basic salary? Is that what the contract says?
No, the contract states his salary. The salary is as the figure you gave in gross terms, 200,000 at the final pitch. It wasn't that level, obviously, from 25 years back.
No.
It grew up with all kinds of pay rises and you know, the national wage agreements, the benchmarking that took place over the years, and it arrived at a figure. That figure is the contractual figure that the Central Remedial Clinic has with the employee. That is what we're responsible for delivering, and if we broke it, for example, if we'd have broken all of the individuals, and this is common to a lot of organisations, if we went down to all of the people who were given a new salary level and asked or told them they're not getting any more than that, we are breaking their contract. They could sue on it. We estimate that you're into millions of compensation.
How can you justify paying him 242,000?
I believe that the Chief Executive of an organisation like the Central Remedial Clinic, in a complex world that it lives in, and in the nature of the work it does, needs to be examined in terms of the level that should be there. Whether it's that level or some other level, I believe, and I know when we were taking a look at the new salary level in approaching the question of the replacement for Mr. Kiley, we really believed that it was going to be very difficult to get the calibre of person needed to run the clinic.
But you got one.
Pardon
You
me?
did get one.
We got one
At 83,000.
at 83,000.
That's very low.
You got one at 83,000.
Yes, but I think one has to take into consideration that was...
You pay your last guy 240,000. You advertise, or you didn't advertise, in fact, did you? And you get a guy for 83,000. Doesn't that tell you about something about what you were paying Mr. Kiley?
I think you're looking at two different things,
I am.
Deputy. I believe, in the first instance, we were lucky that we had somebody who had just retired from another job in the health service, and who, unknowns to us, we didn't realise he'd have any interest in taking the position, but was willing to take it at that particular level. And yes, it sounds odd.
It is odd.
We were looking at the calibre of the person. I wouldn't say he was terribly happy with the salary, I can tell you.
Well, he accepted it, didn't he? He accepted it.
Yeah, did.
He's accepted a third of what you were paying his predecessor. The average salary. The average salary.
We did say from the very beginning in 2009 and 10 that the salaries would be reduced to meet the stated salaries, and we couldn't, there is no way would want to go back on that.